What's going on, everybody? This is Randall Barnes with HBCU Pulse, and let's talk about College Hill Celebrity Edition. We are at the halfway mark of the show. It's only been 2 weeks, but the reason why it's like, dang, it's already halfway into the season is because BET dropped the first 2 episodes on the Monday after the BET Awards, and then last Thursday they dropped episode 3. So we've seen already half the season, and I guess for the rest of the time, they're going to drop an episode every week. So I watched all 4 episodes. I am still trying my best to go in and put together recaps because I have to watch back and take notes and all the different things. But I said this on HBCU Pulse's Twitter after I watched episode 4. So I said that we're still not seeing the campus in this episode 4. This isn't good. How are you at an HBCU, but you're not showcasing the HBCU experience? That's not a lot to ask for. And I put it up on HBCU Pulse's Instagram. And I did that because I wanted the audience to sort of understand where I was as far as how I was feeling about the show, how I'm looking at it. And I was pretty sure that a lot of college students that are currently in school and also young alumni that were just in school, like how I was in 2019, 2018, I think we would all agree. But it was actually a few people that didn't agree. And that's perfectly fine. It was people that were saying that that's not the point of the show. The point of the show was not to present the HBCU experience. And Mr. Ray, who is an OG of College Hill, we just released his interview that he did with us, dropped a lot of exclusives about College Hill. And he's going to be working with College Hill in the capacity of hosting recap and after shows on BET's Instagram. He chimed in, and honestly, to be real, I understood where he was coming from. But I want to use this video to explain my point of view, to explain why I say that College Hill Celebrity Edition is not showcasing the HBCU experience, and it should. I don't think that is a huge, crazy ask, all right? So first and foremost, I want to break down what makes the HBCU experience different from any other institution. First and foremost, we know that HBCU experience, typically at your HBCUs, you have a large concentration of Black people. And with a large concentration of Black people, you see a specificity in Black culture. And a lot of what makes the HBCU experience special is not just what happens in class and seeing professors that look like you and being in class with people that look like you and have shared experiences as you. It's also what happens outside of the campus. It's the Greek life. It's the sports. It's the sports rivalries. It's the organizations. It's the being out and about in the city. That's very true. But also the campus events. The different campus traditions, like TSU has Hump Wednesday and they have Hump Nights at certain points. Like, that's what I want to be shown in the show, because the HBCU experience is not just the experience you get in the classroom. It is the holistic experience of your time at that institution. And a lot of that time, you're not in class and you're experiencing the campus. You're learning things about yourself, your ideology, the world that then builds you up into a courageous professional and an astute adult. That's what college makes you. So that's what I expected for College Hill to showcase. And it does have those elements. Now, we do see the cast, they're in class, and they have African-American studies with students. And we have different exclusives on that and different sourcing on that about the students that are in the class. I'll wait till you guys hear the interview with Miss Brianna Jackson. She's the captain of the Tiger Sensations dance team, and she's graduated from Texas Southern. She also gave us a lot of exclusives about the casting process for that class as well. But the big thing is that Ray J joins the debate team. Nene does as well. Slim Thug joins SGA. Dream Doll joins the cheerleaders. Stacey Dash joined the dancers. We saw that play out. That is the HBCU experience that I thought was compelling and what we were going to see. I wanted to see the celebrities interacting with the students, trying things that they would have tried when they were 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, as they were in college. I wanted to see them try that. Now, of course, Lamar Odom can't join the basketball team, and I don't think he needs to, because I saw episode 4, and Lamar went in them shots, man. Lamar done lost step a little bit, but it's understandable. But he can't join the basketball team. But Slim being an SGA and them putting together an event, that might happen. I want to see that. I want to definitely see Nene and Ray J mixed up in a debate or debate the students. I think that would be really fun. And we got some minutes of that. We had like a minute or 2 of seeing them debating about Joe Biden and them with the debate team. But I wanted to see more because that is the HBCU experience. So that's the first thing. That to me is the HBCU experience. What happens outside the classroom? But when we look at what BET said about the show, And I'm quoting Deadline, and this is really a release that BET sent to Deadline, and they made it an article. So I want to focus on what they said and how they described College Hill. They said in the reimagined series, per BET, each cast member is committed to focusing on their higher education as a personal challenge to prove it's never too late. Enrolled alongside current Texas Southern University students, the cast will work towards completing a specialty certificate program to cross the graduation stage. Like any ordinary college student, they must complete their coursework along with required internships, extra credit opportunities, group projects, and more. And this right here is why I'm like, okay, ordinary college student. So your ordinary college student typically interacts on campus. They go to SGA meetings, they go to Senate meetings, they go to basketball games. Like they experience the holisticness of the campus and they interact with campus organizations. That's your typical student and especially student leader. That was what I was expecting outside of just the classwork. And then also when you look at what they said, they emphasized Texas Southern University. So a lot of people are telling me, they say, hey, this is not about the HBCU experience. It's about the celebrities that are going to class to get their certificate of completion. That is what it's for, and they're showcasing what they're going through as they're going to get it. And that's all well and good. But my whole entire thing is what makes it an HBCU show is number one, College Hill was always an HBCU show. That was number one. And they did not show the campus after VI because they were always in the class, and we know why. And after that, they did the interns and we didn't see the campus for them. But at the same time, with this edition of College Hill, you're back on a college campus and you're at Texas Southern. What makes Texas Southern different from the University of Houston? The experience, the vibe of the campus, the locale. That's what makes it different. Texas Southern's culture is different from the culture of the University of Houston. They have a culture. I'm not saying that they're devoid of culture. They have their own culture, but this is a specific Black culture that is at the HBCU, Texas Southern University. So that's what makes it different. So if you're saying they're at Texas Southern University and within the description of BET, they're at Texas Southern and you're branding that they're at Texas Southern, that means that you're encapsulated in HBCU experience and that's what they're going through. Because if we weren't going to see them experiencing the campus, touring the campus, interacting with students outside of Brianna and Stacey Dash, and I guess we'll see more students interact with the celebrities, and I hope to see that, and hopefully I can be proved a little bit off or wrong about how they're showcasing the school. I didn't want to see 3 episodes of Stacey Dash's drama play out. I don't want to just see them in the house. I want to see them interacting with the campus and the students of Texas Southern University. Because think about it. What would make College Hill different in this current context if it was at University of Houston? If they decide to go to Georgia, I've heard Lotto's name. A lot of fans say, hey, Lotto could go back to college. You could have all these other, or Amaretta could go back to college. A lot of people are saying, hey, what they would want other seasons to be. So let's say we have Lotto and Amaretta. They're going to college. And let's say they go to UGA and they're in class and they in-house just talking. That is, to me, so far, that is the equivalent of what I've seen here. Like, I've not seen them actually engaging in the college experience except for class. And also, we have to remember that they're only in class with Texas Southern students at one point, at least from what we see. Now, they could have been in classes all along, but we only see them in African American studies with students. And episode 4 is the midterm. So now we're at midterm, and these are the midterm grades. So now I only see Texas Southern students in one class. Biology, it was just y'all. Dr. Cooley's class with business is just y'all. And those only 3 classes we've seen. And this episode 4, we're halfway into the season and we're waiting to see more. That is my thing. And then even more, when you look at the quotes from Tiffany Lee Williams, she's the executive vice president of BET and scripted programming, and also Tracy Edmonds, who's the president of Edmonds Entertainment and also the wife of Deion Sanders. You know, you had Tiffany Williams. She said, we're excited College Hill will be returning with a new celebrity edition of the franchise that will bring more awareness to the significance of HBCUs, which has a rich legacy and continued tradition of bolstering excellence through education for some of the brightest minds in the Black community. Tradition. You want to shine a light, bring more awareness to HBCUs. What did we define as what makes HBCUs different? Is the culture, and it is outside of class life. Class life is important because the Dr. Cooley's, different professors, you get that experience at HBCUs in plentiful abundance. But at the same time, outside the classroom, the experience you have around the campus, the experience you have amongst the student body. That's what makes the experience. And that's what molds you as an adult. And that's what makes us miss and remember and cherish that HBCU experience. So we're talking about traditions. Why have you not shown the traditions of Texas Southern University? I'm not saying the show is bad. I'm enjoying it. I love covering it. I love talking about it. I'm with it. But all I want to do is I want to see Texas Southern University and any other HBCU that they're going to bring on eventually, because they're going to do more because people are watching the show and I'm watching it. I want to see them interact with the students if possible. I want to see them around the campus interacting. I would love to have seen, for example, you have Slim that's in SGA. I would have loved to have seen him talking to the SGA members. Let's say they're planning Spring Fest, or they're planning like a big get together for the pep rally or Hump Wednesday. I would love to have seen Slim Thug talking to them about what'll make it lit, and maybe Slim pulling out his Rolodex of contacts and bringing out people from Houston, from the city, his celebrity friends that could come through and perform. And they might show that. If they do, that's great. But I would love to see that. Like that's an example where it's like, hey, you got class, but then now you're going to the SGA meeting. And now we're talking about SGA and all the different things and the logistics of it and how we can make a lit event. That shows the college experience in a different light. And I know that every aspect of College Hill is different. College Hill is a franchise. Seasons 1, 2, and 3 showed the campus, and it showed college students in their element on campus. Season 4, they were just in the house, but we saw college students. They were from different places, California, Virgin Islands. They were interacting with each other. It was sort of a culture war. And then interns, like they were trying to make it in the industry, and that was a whole entirely different show. And now these are celebrities that are going back to campus. I get it. But still, if they're back on campus and we're trying to show the brilliance of HBCUs and bring more awareness to the significance of HBCUs and the rich legacy and tradition, you have to show the legacy and tradition. If they show, let's look at what they already filmed based on sources and on the interviews that we've conducted. If they show up the PV game, Texas Southern versus Prairie View, and show the celebrities interacting with that and different things, how they felt about that and the energy of being around just so many Black students that are just so joyous and happy and energetic about their HBCU. If they show a pep rally, that would be dope. I believe that they're going to show like the event they did, the concert that they did on campus with Slim Thug perform, Dream Doll perform, Big Freedia perform. They're going to show that at the end of the season. I want to see how they do that. But what will make me happy and will make me really enjoy the show is if they show the holistic experience. And he's like, well, Randall's only 42 minutes. And as a former account executive that used to sell advertising, I totally get it. You got to make that money. BET got to get paid. I get it. But there were certain aspects of the show that you could have let out. Did you have to really continue to go on and on and on about Stacey? Was that really needed? Because maybe then we could have seen Ray J on the debate team. Maybe then we could have seen Nene on the debate team. Maybe then we could have seen Dream Doll try to figure out how to do the cheers. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what a lot of individuals within the HBCU community, especially the ones that are in college, that's what they're saying. Because also one more thing we have to understand, and you'll see this in my interviews with students, they didn't know what College Hill was before it came to Texas Southern. See, this is a different type of student because these students, by and large, they were born in the 2000s. Now, I'm not 30 or 40. I was born in 96. Christmas, to be exact. Hand claps for Christmas. All right. I was born on Christmas, to be exact. So Christmas 96. So I didn't get a chance to fully interact with College Hill, but I did watch some of it when I was younger. I probably shouldn't have been, but I did watch some of it when I was younger in 07. I did watch some of Virginia State when I was younger. I didn't know what I was watching. And then when I got older, I revisited it, and I didn't really stick around for interns, but I do remember College Hill and the impact that it had. But these students didn't even know what it was before it came back. So their perception of what college media should be and their perception of what College Hill should be in this new ideation differs from the previous expectation. So I think that's the disconnect. So I'm not panning BET. I'm not dissing BET. I thought episode 4 was probably the funniest one because it was just peak comedy. This was good reality TV. And also zero mention of Stacey Dash, by the way. I loved it. We love to see it. Zero mention of Stacey Dash. Great. But at the same time, I just wanted to see more of the experience of them interacting with the vibe and the experience of Texas Southern, the clubs, the events on campus, the organizations, maybe them eating in the calf and them experiencing what we experienced, but maybe the food would have been good. I'm not talking about Texas Southern. I'm talking about to your typical HBCU, that calf food don't hit except on certain days, but if you have guests, the food is great. Okay, so maybe they would have got the best food, but I would have loved to have seen them kicking in the calf. I would have loved to have seen them kicking it in the student center. I would have loved to have seen them walk in, and just getting up in the scene of the campus instead of them just going to class. Because that is not the only aspect of the HBCU experience. But that's all I'm saying. And hopefully people understand where I'm coming from and what other folks that are younger and that are in college and that are recent graduates, what we're saying about the show. But I like the dialogue. So let's continue the dialogue. Make sure to comment below. And also make sure to subscribe to HBCU Pulse because we have a whole lot more College Hill content coming. But outside of that, that is it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, we'll see you on the other side.